What's good? It's your boy Time Money. Today I want to talk about the Telema Mages or Thelemites or Thelema or the Ordo Tembioriensis. I know I didn't pronounce the full word right, but I'm trying to remember how I pronounce, but stay with me as I explain the Telema Mages. Now, Telema Mages mean a person that practice high magic or ceremonial magic. And the Lima is the people who are basically the Lima might, do what thou will, shall be the whole law in the will and stuff. Yeah, I know the whole saying, but the Lima was founded by Aleister Crowley, the most wickedest man on earth that practiced some type of rituals that's very high ceremonial magic, but very radical as well, as he would dabble deep into the spiritual minds of the energies that he was working with. So the Lima Mages, they're very powerful magicians that practice, S magic. You know what the S stand for, but they're the representation of that. What I'm saying, besides the Gnostic mystics, but from these two that practice S magic, the Lima, they go to the extremes with it, while Gnostics, go to the better way of doing it, or basically how the Greeks and Romans did it in their temples. But we're not gonna get into that detail. But the Telema Mages are, the Lima Adelamites. They're very powerful magicians, but their philosophy is deep. It runs deep, and they practice some type of powerful magic. But when you want to learn about ceremonial magic or magic that can benefit you in high regard, like when people come into these magical practices, sometimes they need a teacher to teach them how to do it correctly, how to do it right, and stuff like that. You can learn from physical teachers or even spiritual teachers as too, or you can practice the magic in your dreams and remember it and bring it to the physical. So there are many other ways how this magical workings do. When it comes to, definitely when it comes to the Telema Mages, they're powerful magicians, and they're so powerful, man, with their magic is it can be deadly sometimes, but that's what it really comes down to with the Telema Mages. Like Aleister Crowley, even though he was like the founder of them, Aleister Crowley has some very crazy rituals. I mean, if you learn about his rituals and the things that he was practicing, like he was dealing with the narcissist side of the magic, and his ego was building up during the process of doing it. He was dealing with the Goetia, the lesser key of Solomon spirits. Even though when he was dealing with the Goetia, he was going to the extreme with the rituals, and then he got connected with an entity called Awas, and that's when the whole extraterrestrial beliefs came into question, or came into beliefs, when Aleister Crowley was talking to the Awas. I think that's his name, but he was like a gray alien or something, or a gray being or whatever. So when it comes to extraterrestrial stuff like that, you can say Aleister Crowley played a part in that, because the people that was part of this organization, they founded NASA, Scientology, and all these other organizations that do all these type of things. So basically what I'm trying to say is that, Aleister Crowley play a big role in the shaping of the American culture when it comes to the secular extreme side of the United States culture, or basically the American coast culture, because we just so into our folk magic or into our way of life out here. It's insane. Like in the United States, sex, money, murder, or whatever you want to put it, or drugs included, people strive on and feed off on. And that's what it really comes down to when you practice like the Lima. What I'm trying to say is that Aleister Crowley really shaped the way how America was going to be in the future. All the radical gangster rap, the drill music, and 304s and all these type of things. Aleister Crowley inspired that crap. When he was living in Europe and stuff, when his father died, that was a preacher in church or whatever. When his father died, even though he inherited his riches and stuff, he was going out there messing with 304s, having sex with 304s. Then he got deep into black magic when he had a health problem and stuff. So the reason why I'm explaining Aleister Crowley history, because he's founded the Thelema organization or magical religion. So the Lemamites, or the Telema Mages, and mages are basically people who practice high magic or ceremonial magic, are very powerful magicians when it comes to the practices that they learn within there. But they're very invested into S magic. Now, if you know what S magic is, it's strictly intercourse type of things. But that's what that's what I try to mean when I say S magic. But the Lemites, or the Telema Mages, they're very powerful mages, man. They're very powerful with their magic. Hold on, y'all. But I'm gonna explain more in the description of the video. But I hope you get an understanding on what I'm trying to say, man. Because it's hard for me to explain certain words when it comes to making videos like this, but I hope you get with me what I'm trying to say. So this is your boy Time Money. I hope you enjoy this, and be on the lookout for more videos like this, and stay tuned. So peace.